I am pro-intervention with respect to Syria, but pro-intervention with the following caveat. I think intervention at this point is inevitable. I don't see how this regime, although its fall might be construed as inevitable, that's certainly what the White House has been saying, it could still very well carry on for at least a year, if not more.
Can you define for us what you mean by intervention?
I believe in the sort of safe zone scenario for Syria, one that is being now mooted by the Turkish government, which has been threatened to be imposed by the Turkish government since last June. And I also would agree that there needs to be some kind of aerial component. I mean, the rebels cannot face tanks and helicopter gunships, which are now firing on them, alone. There needs to be some kind of full-scale military intervention. By that, I don't mean an occupation a la Iraq. I'm talking about things that are already being put into motion or already being considered by the United States and by Turkey.
So an enforced no-fly zone.
An enforced no-fly zone.
Could that be, I'm sorry to just hurry you through this, but could that be like on the sort of Libya model where that means not just enforcing it, but actually taking out Syrian air air defense capability?
Yes, and also, I mean, keep in mind, a no-fly zone doesn't just necessarily bomb barracks. In fact, I don't think that in this case that's called for it. It would also target the placement of heavy artillery, tanks. It would also control the M1 highway, which is the main ground transport throughout all of Syria. You can't really conduct this kind of ground campaign against the rebels if you can't operate on the main thoroughfares of the country. So yes, it would be similar to a Libya-style intervention, but not exact, of course. The two countries are vastly different in many ways.
Nadim, you're shaking your head.
This is disastrous option. If this option goes, you don't know what the capabilities of the Syrian army. We're talking about one of the mightiest armies in the Middle East. With tanks and heavy artillery and warships and jet fighters and what are you going to destroy and how much are you going to destroy without going into a full war with the country? I mean, this is absolute disastrous option. The intervention will open the country into an abyss.